Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Hope. Hi, it's great to have you here. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you can stick around and see my future videos. So today I'm going to be showing you what is in my makeup bag. Exciting, I know. So in my makeup bag, obviously this is all the products that I use pretty much every time I do my makeup, or on a daily basis, whether it's for Instagram or just for day-to-day life. And these are the products that I know work well for me, that work well together as well. That's really important. And even though I do sometimes switch things out a little bit, this is kind of like the base. These are like my go-tos. These are my ride or dies. And don't worry, I know I have said I'm doing a makeup collection, like a full makeup collection video, and I was going to do it like 2 weeks ago, and then I haven't done it, and then I deleted the footage and I haven't refilmed it. It is coming, I promise, hopefully this week. I have started refilming it, but it's such a big video to go through, and I'm just conscious that I might not get it done for tomorrow. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, which is when you're watching it now. Makes sense. And I wanted to make sure I had a video up on time, so I'm going to be doing my makeup bag first. And everyone said they wanted a separate video anyway, because I did a little poll on my Instagram. My Instagram is @blendwithhope, so if you want to do future polls to know about videos, then head over there. So yes, makeup bag, everyone wanted to see a separate video, so a separate video is what we're doing. Without any further ado, because I am now rambling, I can literally talk for England. Without any further ado, let's start showing these products. Go in any specific order, I'm just going to kind of pick out what I've got in there. So first things first, let's have my baby. I love this highlight palette so much. This is the Aurora Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh, isn't that so nice? Like, my favourite shades have to be Eclipse, Luna, that one, and Helia. Even though this is like really green, on the skin it just looks so nice. It's not like too green, if that makes sense. This is currently my Project Pan as well. I've had this in my collection for quite a while, and I'm really conscious that I spent, a fair bit of money on it for a highlight anyway. And I really want to use it up, and I used to use it pretty much every single day, especially this Eclipse and Helia shades, because they're so pretty and unique as well. I actually use it every day, and then as I just started buying more makeup and getting into it a little bit more, it just kind of got lost in my collection a little bit. So this is in my makeup bag at the minute, because I'm really trying to pan those 3 shades. Then next we have the B by Superdrug baking powder. This powder, to be honest, the first time I used it, I didn't like it. I thought it was really shiny. And I was like, why is this powder so shiny? But it works. I like it. And honestly, I use this most days, and because I use the tiniest amount of powder ever, because my skin's more combination now, but it's mainly dry. Because I use the tiniest amount, this powder is going to last me so long. It is 10 grams, and mine's in light, because I'm pasty. But yeah, no, I do actually recommend this, and because it comes in light, I'm guessing they actually do a few different shades as well, so hopefully they should have a shade for everyone. But yeah, no, it is really nice. I don't use it for baking personally, just because I don't like to bake, but it works well. It's just a nice setting powder as well. Now we have the Revolution Pro Skin Finish. It is so nice. This is you can just tell, this is just so glowy. This is in the shade Opalescent, the skin finish, and it's a dupe, very good dupe for the MAC skin finishes that they do. And they do quite a few different shades. This is the lightest shade that they do, again, because I'm fair. I am Casper the Ghost. And even though it looks like it's kind of brown and golden, it just kind of works on your skin. And what this does is, once obviously you put your foundation, your concealer and your powder on, you go in with this, and it especially if you're not into like having a really dewy base but you want to look glowy, so you want to be set but you want to be glowy, then this skin finish would work so well for you, because it has such a nice healthy glow. Once you put it onto the skin, you just look glowy. I'm not wearing it now, so I can't share it you, but it almost helps to perfect your skin, because it is glowy but not highlighty. It just kind of reflects light in a really nice way. It makes you look healthy. and not sweaty. So there's a big difference between the two, and it just makes you look healthy. And I actually really like wearing this when I'm not wearing makeup. So if I've just kind of got like a bit of concealer on a couple of spots that I've got, I'll put this on, a bit of blush, and it just makes me look so healthy and not like the zombie that I usually look like without any makeup on. Next we have the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. Please ignore the cap, as you can tell I haven't cleaned my makeup for this video. I want it to be as real as possible, and I do not often clean what I have in my makeup bag. Just because I literally chuck it on and I chuck it back in, that is it. Anyway, again, I'm sidetracked. The L'Oreal True Match Foundation, mine is in 1N Ivory. And this foundation is probably my favourite foundation I've ever used. I've got a couple of favourite foundations, but I think this is up there, especially if you have more dry skin. This is really nice because obviously it gives you coverage, but not too much. I definitely say this is a medium coverage. If you wanted full coverage, it would take you, it would layer up to 2 layers to give you the full coverage. But it's not that it's dewy, but it's not that it's matte. It's just kind of like a nice in between. I love about this, especially if you have dry skin, it doesn't cling to any of your dry patches. When I had I could wear this when I had quite bad eczema on my face, and it wouldn't emphasize it. Obviously you could still see the eczema because, you know, you can't really cover eczema up very well because it's redness, it's dryness, and even though you could still see that my skin was textured, because you can't get rid of that, you couldn't really tell that it was dry. Then we have another highlighting palette. This is the Sleek. Wow, that's so fingerprinty. Let's just show you inside. Then we have the Sleek. Can I talk? Then we have the Sleek Summer Solstice highlighting palette. I've mentioned this in my previous video. Amazing quality. If you haven't tried the Sleek highlighters, especially this one in particular, it's so good. If you have darker skin, they do have another one. I'm pretty sure it's called Cleopatra's Kiss. They're like all goldeny shades, and again, beautiful formula, amazing, and really good for like 4 highlighters in here. In this one there's 3 powders and 1 cream, but I know in others there's like 2 cream, 2 powders, or 3 cream. Like, there's kind of a mixture, so whatever you're into, you know, there's something there for you. So some concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Mine is in the shade C0.2, and I haven't, this isn't always in a makeup bag. You know, I like to change up my concealers from time to time, just to try new things, just to see what's out there. I like to try new makeup products, and concealer is one of the easiest things to chop and change without being too drastic. And this concealer I've recently just bought, but I did have it quite a couple of years ago consistently in my makeup bag, and it's nice. I think it's good for, I used to use it when I have oily skin, and it was good then because it's quite matte, but in a nice way. So now that I have dry skin, I can still use it because it's not too matte, and it doesn't like dry down to the point where you can't blend it and it's stuck in one place. It just dries down. Once it's blended out, it then just dries down quite nicely. You have a bit of playtime with it. Fairly nice coverage. If you just want light coverage, you can just put a tiny bit on. If you want full coverage, put a little bit more on, build it up. It's just a very versatile concealer. Now we have a very crusty, dusty looking clear brow gel. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow Gel. Well, brow and mascara gel, but I use it on my brows. As you can see, it's well loved. I'm almost out. I literally have to proper scrape around the edges to get it out because it's all like stuck to the sides. And it is no longer clear because obviously I use it in my brows, so all my product comes off on it. But nevertheless, this is actually really good. I swear it's only like maybe a couple of pounds, and I found it on Beauty Bay because they stock Wet n Wild on Beauty Bay, and I was just literally blown away by the quality because, I mean, if you just want a clear brow gel, I mean, this does it. Next up we have 2 lip products. This is the I Heart Revolution lip gloss in chocolate chip cookie dough. Just a lovely nude, in all honesty. Quite a neutral nude as well, I think. And the Maybelline 988 brown sugar lipstick. This is my go-to lip combo. At the minute I've just got this on, the brown sugar lipstick from Maybelline. But these two together, pretty much what I always wear, like hands down. This was a new discovery a couple of months ago, and I have not put it down since. It is such a nice gloss. It's a coloured gloss, so as you can tell, it's a nude gloss, but it's not so full coverage that it covers up the lipstick underneath, but it's not so sheer that it just looks clear, and it's not sticky. I mean, it doesn't last long because it's a lip gloss. Obviously, if you eat, if you drink, the lip gloss is going to come off. But this lipstick stays so well, and this two paired together, it's just, this helps to lighten it up in the centre. It's beautiful. My favourite lip combo. Highly recommend if you haven't tried. Maybelline lipsticks, I love anyway. This shade in particular is my favourite. And this is just a great what? And this is just a great lip gloss, and I can't remember how much it is. It's obviously quite inexpensive because it is I Heart Revolution, but you can find it in Superdrug and on the Makeup Revolution website, and I would really recommend the glasses, and they have quite a few different shades as well. So next we have the Makeup Revolution Bronzer Reloaded, and this is in the lighter shade Holiday Romance. I have spoken about this bronzer. Even though I've only done 3 videos, I've spoken about it so much. Glowy, gorgeous, loads of different shades, amazing. Need I say more? But yeah, would highly recommend Makeup Revolution bronzers in general if you haven't tried them before, especially their especially their Bronzer Reloaded, because obviously they're the glowy ones. If you're looking for a glowy bronzer, it's not expensive, it's great, would highly recommend. So next up we have 2 different mascaras. This one is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I go through phases. Sometimes I love this, sometimes I don't like it as much. It's got a nice kind of like eye-shaped wand in the fact that it curves to the shape of your eye. And it's got shorter bristles on one side, longer bristles on another. And it is, in general, just quite a nice mascara. It doesn't really build volume, it's more about length, but it is nice. And I don't really find that it transfers either, so if you've got oily skin and throughout the day it starts to transfer, that's quite a good mascara for you. And then the Amplify Lash Statement then we have the Amplify Lash Statement Mascara from MUA Cosmetics. This is literally like, I think $2.99, $3.99, and wow, I just tried it because I was like, never tried an MUA Cosmetics mascara before, so why not try one now? And this wand is so nice. This is actually in black brown because I didn't have any just black ones left, but you can't really tell the difference. I think in some lights it does look a bit brown, but in others it kind of just looks black, so it's all good anyway. But I've got it on now, and I've even made a TikTok about it because I'm literally obsessed. Like, it's so inexpensive. I'm pretty sure it's like $2.99, and it does wonders. Like, my lashes, you can see them when I have this on. And I think for some mascaras it doesn't, but this, it's kind of does a little bit of lengthening. It does more thickening, volume, you know, and it's quite a buildable mascara, so you can put like 2, 3, even 4 coats on if you want, depending on how dramatic you want your mascara to look, and it won't look clumpy. Like, I find it takes a lot to clump up. There's no clumps when you take it actually out. There's obviously that extra bit of product on the end, but you just wipe it off. It's literally clump free, and for such an inexpensive price, like, you should definitely give it a go. Whilst we're on the topic of MUA Cosmetics, I have a bronzer for them. This is actually quite old. This is just a sun-kissed bronzer, it says, and it's a completely matte bronzer, and I've hit a tiny little pan there. It's actually a couple of years old. I'm just trying to use it up. Sometimes I do actually go with 2 bronzers, this matte one and that one, just to build a bit of depth, you know. Go crazy. But I actually bought this from recommendation of Sid and Al. They're like a duo couple here on YouTube, and they raved about this. And it's this, I don't know if they do this one in particular still. Like I said, it is 2 years old now, well, roughly, and it was literally £1, like £1 for a bronzer. Are they okay? But it's actually incredible. Like, it's so nice. Like I said, it's matte, and it just does the job of a nice bronzer. So yeah, I bought it off a recommendation of them, and I love it. And if they still do this, then, you know, it's £1. What are you gonna lose? What are you gonna lose? Next up we have 2 eyebrow products. These are both pencils, but they're slightly different. This one is just from Makeup Revolution. It's actually empty. I used it up the other day. I just haven't taken it out of my makeup bag. It is the Duo Brow Pencil in dark brown. I don't know what I'm trying to show you because there's like the tiniest bit of product left ever. But this is a really nice dark brown. I really struggle trying to find eyebrow pencils that are dark enough for my eyebrows, because my eyebrows are really quite dark, but they're also really neutral. I've really struggled to find eyebrow pencils that are, you know, dark enough but not too warm for my eyebrows, because a lot of dark brown pencils tend to pull so warm they're almost red, and I just don't understand it, which is what this one does, and it's from Revolution Pro. It's just one of their skinny brow pencils. I'll just show you here. As you can see, it's so tiny, it's minuscule, and it is so warm I literally can't use it. I literally look like I'm trying to dye my eyebrows red when I use this. And we have another highlighting palette. This is the Soph highlighting palette in collaboration with Makeup Revolution. Hands down one of the best highlighters I've ever used, and exciting, I've just hit pan on this golden shade here. I don't know if you can just about see it. I love this. You think it would be too dark for me because, like I said, I am ghostly pale, but it's actually not. It's just, I've actually got it on here. As you can see, it's just so glowy that you can't even really tell it's golden. But these two shades obviously work really well for my skin tone. Now that I've hit pan on this one, my goal is to hit pan on these two. Pink and purple, gorgeous shades. Highly recommend. £8, I'm pretty sure, for 8 of these, and it will work for the majority of skin tones, which is what we love. We have the Milani Luminoso blush. Again, I raved about this so much already. My favourite blush, hands down. It's glowy, it's pinky, it's goldy, it's everything you want in a blush and more. Then we have another blush. This is from WHATS. Then we have another blush. This is from Wet n Wild Beauty, and it is called Apricot in the Middle. It's just a lovely apricot-y, peachy blush, and it is actually glowy. I don't know if you can tell. Glowy blush gal, and this is a lot cheaper than the Milani one. I wouldn't say it's a dupe because the colours are quite different, but if you're looking for a glowy blush, then look at the Wet n Wild ones because they are so good. So good. Then we have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Yes, this is a sample size. I don't have the full size yet. This one was gifted, which is why it's a sample size. But oh my god, I'm almost out. I literally used the tiniest amount just to make it last longer, but I'm going to buy a new one now anyway. It is the best and I think the only primer that I've used, and it actually works. Even though I have dry skin, this isn't drying. It fills in my pores and my foundation just sits on so nice. I cannot emphasize how much my foundation just glides on over the top. So if you haven't tried this, recommend it 100%. They do a matte one if you have oily skin, and they do a dewy one if you have dry skin and want to have like a more dewy look. But I find the original works just fine for me, and I just add the glow on top. It doesn't mattify, it literally just fills in your pores and creates a silky smooth layer. I have two concealers. This is the Natural Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is extra fair. They've actually repackaged this concealer and included more shades, which we love because they needed more shades. Just saying. They can still do better, but they have started to improve, which is better than not improving at all. And this is just nice. I like to use it when I'm, again, doing no makeup days because it's pretty much my skin tone, so it works well for covering any redness that I have. And then this is a new one which I'm yet to try. This is the Revolution Pro Camouflage Concealer in C1. I have read that this is really good, full coverage and quite dry, but I'm planning on using it as an eye base, so the dryness shouldn't really be an issue. Then, I can't remember who I saw rave about this, but it was someone, I can't remember who it was, but it was an influencer on YouTube, and they raved about the Makeup Revolution fast-based foundations to use as a cream bronzer. I've got the one in the shade F13, and I have to agree, because they're so creamy, like they literally just blend on. I've got it underneath my bronzer now, not that you can really tell, but it just creates such a nice base. And because it is foundation as well, if you're worried about any like redness or spots you have or anything like that, obviously it doesn't take away the coverage from your foundation, it just adds to it, because again, this is a foundation. All it's going to do is add the coverage on, so would recommend this. Next up, we actually have an eyeshadow palette. It's the eyeshadow palette that I used today. It's Soph's original collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I just put the palettes that I've used from the day in my bag and put it away at some point whenever I feel like it. Sometimes I have like 5 palettes built up in there, and sometimes I put it away straight away. It just depends how I'm feeling. But this eyeshadow palette is really nice, it's really good quality. It's on my project pan at the minute, so I'm just trying to get a bit more use out of it because it is a gorgeous palette, and I just let it kind of, you know, gather dust in my drawers. But now I'm giving it a lease of life. Right, again, another product I've spoken about a couple of times on my channel is this Maybelline Matte Makeup Powder, and it is so good. I have used it for years, literally since I was like 16 and first started using makeup like regularly. This is in the shade Classic Ivory, and it's the lightest one that they do. They do have a few different shades. I'm not sure how many though, so I can't like give much information on the shade range, I'm sorry, but I repurchased this time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. It is so good. It's not so matte that you look like a flat piece of wood, and it's not so powdery that you look cakey. It just does the job, and it does it well, so I would highly recommend. And then lastly we have this Revolution Pro pomade. It is in the shade Ocean Blue. I've used this quite a few times, to be fair. Sometimes I just like to have like a pop of blue on my waterline. I just think it's fun. Blue is one of my favourite colours to use in for makeup, and this is a really nice one to use. They have quite a few different colours as well, but you can use it in your brows to have like coloured brows if you have coloured hair. You can use it as eyeliner, you can use it in the waterline, you can use it as an eyeshadow base. There's so many different ways you can use these. And that is everything. My makeup bag is completely empty. So that's a little glimpse into what I use on a daily basis, what I'm loving at the minute, what I'm trying to use up. So yeah, that is everything I've got to show you, and I promise my makeup collection tour, like a full one, is coming so soon. Thank you so much for watching. Again, be sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed. Subscribe. Let's have a chat in the comments. Do you have any of these products? Do you hate any of these products? Do you want any of these products? Again, thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.